What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new commentary video, and today we're just chilling with some good old God of War. I'm just feeling like going through the trilogy again, and I've never finished 3, I don't think, so I'm gonna finally play through the originals again and, play 3 for the first time. But anyways, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into this, and as always, there is a link to submit your own questions for these videos found in the description via a Google form link, and I'm not reading from that today. I just have something I really want to talk about. So today, I want to spend a little bit of time talking about stop making excuses. And the reason why I say that is because there are a lot of people in this world that will make excuses as to why either they're not successful or why they're not where they want to be. And, I don't agree with that. And the reason why I say that is because I learned at a relatively young age, and when I say young age, I mean middle school, that you just can't make excuses for yourself. And I kind of was one of those people at one point in my life where I would make excuses that I couldn't succeed for whatever reason, or I don't have the resources, or I don't have the skill. And I'm here to tell you that's not fucking true. All right. And I've talked about it before about how just most of the people around you aren't going to work as hard as you. Right. And the thing is, for me, is that I hate when people say that they're naturally skilled at something. And what I mean by that is that if you say that people that are good at something or like made a career out of something, it's only because they're good at something, you're fucking wrong, man. And I want to talk about that a little bit. I don't talk about it a ton because, I don't, as ironic as it may seem, sometimes I try to keep certain aspects of my life a little private. And one of those things happens to be my disability. For anybody that's new around here, I'm legally blind. And, because of that, I went through life a little hard. All right, man. I didn't have this giant friend group growing up, man. I didn't have these people that always liked me. I didn't have a giant friend group all the time, man. Like, I didn't, especially when I was younger. I was so awkward because I couldn't play sports. I didn't play any sports. I was shitty in gym class, and I had struggled through school when I was really young because I couldn't fucking see shit, right? And it was really tough for me. It was really tough, and there was a certain part of me that wanted to blame that as to why I didn't succeed at shit. And then I started working really fucking hard, man. And there's still shit every day that I struggle with or that I can't do, right? I'll go to an event or something like that and I can't read something, or I'll even just go to a restaurant and I can't read the fucking signs, man. I can't read the menus, right? But despite that, I've learned that I can't make an excuse. Because there is going to be an obstacle in everybody's way at some point in their life. There is going to be something that is going to get in the way of you trying to be successful. There is always going to be some sort of force that is going to try to stop you from doing what you want to do, right? And for me, it is a literal disability. And the only reason I say that is because I'm going to give some emotional examples, right? You may be stressed. You may feel like you aren't good enough. You may feel like, you're bad at something or whatever the fuck it may be, man. And the truth of the matter is that you may suck right now, right? When I started this shit, I was terrible at it. And I would still argue that I'm not great at it either at times, man. I just think that I'm partially lucky, right? I'm lucky that some of you want to sit here and listen to me give my philosophical opinions on shit, right? But the truth is that it took a lot of work. And a lot of people forget that. They see somebody successful and they think that that person is naturally skilled at something. And I think a good example of that is even recently, Vanoss Gaming gave this really, really fucking sad intro to a video where he talked about how, he felt like he was bad at everything. And it became like this TikTok audio and shit like that. And the reason why I specifically bring that instance up is because it illustrates a point. You need to dedicate time to getting better. You can't make excuses for literally anything. Like, literally, I have gotten to the point now where I will not make an excuse for anything that I'm bad at, all right? And I mean that. You can't make an excuse for anything. Whether if you're trying to get good at something or you want to change a habit, you can't make a fucking excuse, man. Like, you know, and when I was younger, I would make an excuse for why I was bad at something because of my eyesight or whatever the fuck it was, man. And you can't. All right. If you would have told the really young me that I was in college right now with fucking straight A's, I would have said, no, he's not, man. No, he's not. You know, he's a fucking idiot. He's a moron with a disability. Because that's how I viewed myself at one point in my life. And like, you gotta realize that it doesn't matter what situation you come from, there is always a way out. And some people are dealt a really shitty hand. But it doesn't matter what type of hand you're dealt. You need the strength to be able to say, fuck that hand, and stand with it, all right? It doesn't matter if the dealer's showing a fucking 21, you hit that motherfucking 18. Or sorry, I don't know why I said a 21. I meant 20. It doesn't matter if the dealer holds a 20, all right? If you have a 19, you fucking hit that shit. And you're about to pull the craziest goddamn win that the blackjack table has seen all motherfucking night, all right? And that's the way that you need to live your life. And that's the way that I've lived my life for a good number of years at this point. Really, ever since middle school. There was like, it was kind of weird. It was kind of like a moment where I kind of woke up and kind of just realized, you know, I wanted to be able to better myself. I wanted to have a better life. I wanted to be something. I want to be someone. And I kind of remember it. It was 7th grade, and I was sitting there in a fucking class. And I was tired of being a kid that was just looked at as being fucking stupid, because I was. And it wasn't because I was naturally fucking stupid. It's because I wasn't trying. And I struggle with math, right? Like, just in general. Like, I've always sucked at math. Dude, I cannot tell you how many hours I've spent practicing math over the last couple weeks just so that I get a great grade in this college course that I have to take. Which, first of all, fuck that. Fuck you, Columbia, for making me take a math course. But, you know, the point is that even when situations get hard and you're not good at something, you can't just simply fucking say, fuck it, I'm just gonna fucking give up, man. Or I'm not gonna try as hard as English, right? For me, I love English. That's why I studied journalism, right? You know, some people will say, oh, I'm bad at English, so I'm not gonna fucking try. No, man, that means that you need to try harder. And it makes life easier, right? If you sit there and make excuses for yourself and tell yourself that you're shit at stuff and that just because I'm bad at something means that I get a free pass and that I don't need to fucking try, that means that you're weak, man. It genuinely means that you're weak. And it frustrates me sometimes because I see a lot of people like that, especially in this generation. And it's crazy because both me and my brother were like this, right? Both me and my brother just naturally are people that are able to fucking say fuck that, and we're gonna start working hard, right? My brother is playing Division II football on a full scholarship, all right? And for him, he had to get good at sports, man. And like, some people are naturally good. Like, I'm not saying that, but it's not that, oh, he didn't show up, dude. My brother worked his fucking ass off, especially in high school, man. He worked his ass off the whole time that he played sports, but especially in middle school and high school, man, he played 3 sports year round, all right? He played football, wrestling, and track and field. And he did all 3 of those every fucking year. And you know why? Because he wanted to be the best. And now he is, man. And some people just have this idea that people are naturally good at shit. My brother would get up at 5 a.m. every single day, and he would go into morning workouts. He'd work his ass off. And even when he was a freshman, he was working harder than seniors, all right? And I did the same shit, man. When I was a senior, I was showing up early every day to work on my school news because that's the only thing at the time that brought me joy. It was the only thing that I was happy to do. It was the only thing that I felt that I was good at. And you know why I was good at it? It was because I worked my ass off and I studied hard, man. Like, I started studying college material in high school because I wanted to get better. I wanted to be the best motherfucker in that room. And guess what? I was. That's why I was there early every morning, because I was doing shit that the other kids didn't have the opportunity to, because they showed up, they half-assed it, they shot it on their fucking phones, or they were on TikTok. They were thinking about the fucking Starbucks they were getting with their girlfriend after, man. I wasn't thinking about that shit, dude. I was working hard. I was putting in the fucking effort, and there's so many people that are not going to do it around you, but you can't make excuses. You can't say that I'm not smart. You can't say that I don't have the skill. You have to dedicate your fucking life to getting good at something, man. I dedicated my life to get good at this shit. I dedicated my life to get good at video editing. I dedicated so much goddamn time. And there's going to be sacrifices that you make. There are going to be challenges that are going to come across your way that you're going to want to give the fuck up, man. There really are. There really are going to be some tough motherfucking things that you're going to run into. But you can't. You have to fucking pick back up your sword and swing that shit, man. And I say this because there are so many people that I've seen give up on their fucking dreams as soon as something got hard. They thought that it was going to be easy. They thought that they had some natural talent. And they might. They might. There are things that you are going to be naturally good at, but that does not mean that you're at the peak of your performance. That just means that you have a leg up against people that have no experience, man. I feel like I'm pretty naturally good when it comes to speaking into a microphone. So that makes me a little better at this. But I worked so fucking hard. I watched hours of Opie and Anthony. I listened to hours of Howard Stern. I watched so much Jay Schlatt, and I studied the format. I studied what it meant to be a good communicator and a good broadcaster. And you need to do that. And it doesn't matter what. My brother spent hours in the weight room. My brother spent hours watching football. My brother spent hours watching film, okay? He spent all this time doing that. And Noah spent so much time reading comics. He spent so much time watching movies. And now he's a good writer. It takes time. It takes effort. There is no such thing as being naturally gifted. That is so rare, and that is not going to be you. There are so few cases where somebody is naturally good at something to where that they can just fucking get a career in it. Everybody works. There's a reason why college degrees exist. Because they want you to learn something. They want you to get good at something, man. That's what they're for. So stop making fucking excuses, man. And I'm doing that this week, man. I'm finally getting back in the gym, and I'm getting in much better shape. All right, day 3 went crazy today. All right, man. And like I woke up this morning with my fucking arms hurting, everything hurt, and I still fucking went in, man. And I fucking crushed it. I sat there with my goddamn playlist on, and I worked my ass off. It didn't matter if I felt insecure. It didn't matter that there were some beautiful girls in the gym. You know why it didn't fucking matter? Because I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about improving, and there can't be any stupid excuse in front of you. Every excuse that is thrown your way can be fucking overcome. And I mean that, man. There is basically nothing that I believe in this world will stop you from wanting to do what you want to do. You just need to find what you want to do and something that drives you, something that gives you a passion, something that makes you want to like strive fucking forward. And you can't just keep being a pussy and saying fuck it, man. I'm gonna give up. You have to be able to find something that says, fuck it. This is something that obsesses in my brain, man. Like, even this YouTube stuff, man. YouTube is all what I think about most of the time, and journalism and writing and producing and doing all this shit is the only thing that I think about. And I'm not saying it's the only thing that you need to think about, but what I am saying is that it needs to be able to be something in your mind that you always want to think about. It can't be something that you think about for a week. That's not going to be the thing that makes you successful. You need to find the thing that drives you, the thing that wakes you up every morning. Okay, that's what you need to find. But yeah, I know that I'm really passionate today, but I'm don't make excuses, man. Start tomorrow, man. Start working towards what you want to learn. You can probably learn it on the internet. The internet's a great place. But yeah, guys, I just want to say thank you so much for making it to the end of the video. And as always, I appreciate you guys' support. And I'll see you on Wednesday. I am out. See ya.